In today's class, we're going to discuss a small topic, that is calcium metabolism. How three different hormones interplay with each other to control the plasma calcium levels. First, we are going to discuss the parathyroid hormone, which comes from, of course, the parathyroid gland. And let's first do the anatomy of the parathyroid gland. So there are 4 tiny parathyroid glands located behind the thyroid gland, as you can see here. So how the calcium levels are regulated by the interplay between PTH, vitamin D, and calcitonin. So whenever there is too much of calcium, the C cells of the thyroid gland, the parafollicular C cells of the thyroid gland, secrete calcitonin. It acts in the bone, in the intestine, and in the kidney to bring down the plasma calcium levels. And whenever there is a calcium levels are too low, parathyroid gland kicks in and releases PTH, and it acts in bone again, intestine, and the kidney. Now, coming to the actions of parathyroid gland, it is a hypercalcemic hormone. It tends to increase the calcium levels. So action in bone increases the bone resorption by increasing number and activity of osteoclasts. So this is indirect action. It's because of rank ligand. So rank ligand actually comes from osteoblast. So rank ligand actually increases the activity and the number of osteoclasts. Then acting in kidney, it increases the reabsorption of calcium and reduces the absorption of phosphate, and also stimulates the production of vitamin D, active form of vitamin D. Teriparatide. Teriparatide is a recombinant form of PTH, which actually inhibits bone resorption. Unlike PTH, unlike regular PTH, it inhibits bone resorption. So it's used in osteoporosis. Then calcitonin, the next hormone. So this is a hypocalcemic hormone. Acting in bone, it inhibits osteoclastic bone resorption. Acting in kidney, inhibits reabsorption of both calcium and phosphate. So uses of calcitonin, we don't use human calcitonin, we use salmon calcitonin, used in the treatment of Paget's disease, hypercalcemia, and osteoporosis. Next hormone is vitamin D. Vitamin D exists in 2 forms in the diet, D3 and D2. Now the first is activation of vitamin D. As I said before, the first step occurs in the liver, and the next step occurs in the kidney. Intestine actions. Intestine increases absorption of calcium and phosphate, and in the bone it increases calcium and phosphate resorption, and in the kidney there is increased excretion of calcium and phosphate. Sorry, in the kidney there is decreased excretion of calcium and phosphate. Uses prophylaxis and treatment of vitamin D. So during infancy, deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. So it used in both resistant forms of rickets and also dependent forms of rickets. Vitamin D dependent forms of rickets. And also used in renal rickets and hypoparathyroidism. Next, coming to bisphosphonates. These are the bisphosphonates: etidronate, palmidronate, alendronate, risendronate. And mechanism: first, it localizes to the regions of resorption, bone resorption. It goes and binds to the regions of bone resorption and slows the dissolution of hydroxyapatite crystals, and also blocks farnesyl pyrophosphate. So used in osteoporosis, Paget's disease, and also hypercalcemia of malignancy. Because, as you know, bisphosphonates also reduces calcium levels by reducing bone resorption, and also used in osteoclastic bone metastasis. Adverse effects can be many. Mainly, it can cause kidney dysfunction and esophageal motility disorders like ulcers over the esophageal mucosa, peptic ulcer, and osteonecrosis of the jaw, which is seen with the zoledronate. Next, denosumab. Denosumab acts by inhibiting rank ligand. So rank ligand, as you know, rank ligand increases the activity and number of osteoclasts. So when rank ligand is inhibited, there is decreased activity of number of osteoclasts, decreasing the activity.